Alright, so I'm gonna explain what happened in the dream, alternative state of consciousness through the DMT in my brain that I saw, because this is, holy fuck, it's real. I can definitely say, oh god, see, I tell you I'm gonna explain the story and then I go off into a rant because there's just so much to say about this. Forgive me. I'm curious, and fuck, I need whiskey. No, something's telling me that's not the answer, but goddamn, it might be. If you knew how fast my thoughts were racing, you would forgive me. Actually, it doesn't matter. The speed doesn't matter. What am I trying to say? Alright, so I'm gonna explain the dream now. I was with my roommate, Mike. And we weren't hitting it off or something. I don't know if we were together or he was trying to date me, or I don't know what it was. But it was me and Mike, and then there was like these 2 or 3 guys that were trying to slip me something, and we were at this bar. My grandma was there, and now that I describe it, you know, it sounds kind of like a dream. And even if it was, it wasn't. It fucking wasn't. It fucking was not. It was an alternate. It was a lifetime lived in a higher dimension. It was, like I said, I felt 5th dimensional. I wasn't living through a physical body. But that doesn't mean it wasn't real, trust me. Because you can be 5th dimensional and have a body. Or whatever dimensional. But it doesn't fucking matter. And I lived through another life. I knew, you know how when you're dreaming, you know something? Or when you're awake and conscious and you know something, how you know either one's real, it doesn't matter. But, dude, actually, you know what? Ask anyone who's done DMT before. I'd like to see the fucking response videos to this. And I know it's real because the only thing I can think of is my buddy James, who said that he took enough DMT to kill a man. And then he experienced death through the eyes of other people. So he went to alternative lifetimes of other people. And I saw the Tesseracts, I saw the fucking, I was racing through time as if I was like flipping through the pages of a book really fast. That's how you fall through the floor in higher dimensions. If you've ever been in the astral, or lucid dreaming, whichever you want to call it, and you can go through the floors or the walls, you're just going through really thin pages of a book. And that's exactly what I was speeding through. Think about that, because it's like mist. When you go through a wall, or here's how I'll relate it into 3rd dimensional terms. Clairvoyance or remote viewing. These are both scientific fact. The CIA has done many tests. Look into SRI research. Paul H. Smith, Uri Geller. I can do these things. That's why I'm starting the channel in the first place. What I'm trying to say is time is an illusion. Because we can astral project. We can do clairvoyance. But we literally only realize 1% of this shit. You don't understand everything you've ever known since the day you're born to the day you die. And like I said, to say we even know 1% of the universe is being more generous than I care to share right now. Like, I said I'd get to the story. Alright, so, but I mean, that's how, I'm telling the story. That's how I was like flying through the frames of time. It's like mist. It's not physical. You float through it, which is a very important factor. I once said, I actually put this in a video on Instagram before. Walking through the 5th dimension, or the 6th dimension, whatever you want to call it, is like walking through that door. Walking through that door in the 3rd dimension, I strongly believe, and God, now I know, is walking through. You're actually walking through the 5th dimension right now. See, look at my hand. I'm walking through, I'm moving through the 4th dimension, which is time, which isn't real. It's perception. I think I just solved time, dude. Fuck. Alright. So walking through that door, basically, is walking through not only a 3D room, but a 5D room as well. Just another box. It's that simple. Imagine if this whole thing right here was made of smoke. That's what it's like. God, the sun's coming up. I've gotten like 3 hours of sleep in the past 2 days. My fucking schedule. My brand new beautiful calendar. And I can't zoom in because I'm on the front facing camera. And it's 2019. Can't lock YouTube. Step up, man. There's a whole multiverse out there. Upgrade. Get rid of those 30-second ads on YouTube. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Come on, we're going to the moon. We're going to Mars. Whether that shit's real or not, like. Anyway. And the video. What video? What am I talking about? Fucking the dream. The DMT, whatever. DMT gives you a glimpse. The DMT in your brain gives you a glimpse into alternate realities. The same way that our clairvoyance, deja vu, gives you a slip into your own future, which is not a parallel reality, but the time frame ahead of you. Fourth and fifth dimensional shapes are not just forward and back. There's no such thing. So when you're clairvoyant, because I'm clairvoyant, you know, you could see the future, what's about to happen, and then you could see the past, you know, with memory, but everyone can do that. Now, some people can't really well, but, and that's the 3D world we live in, but, DMT takes you into such higher dimensions, levels of perception of the mind, that you're into parallel. You can see more than just your future and your past. You can see left and right, and up and down in directions you did not know existed. One time, Carl Sagan, I was watching a video about Carl Sagan, actually about the fourth dimension. He said, point to the fourth dimension. No matter where you do, you can't. Not with your physical hand, which is why I actually drew another picture of an astral hand coming out of a hand. Maybe I have it on deck. Let's see. Alright, anyway, I was flying through these astral, whatever you want to call them, frames of time. Oh, that's pretty cool. I was flying through these astral frames of time, and anytime I would think a bad thought, I would see it, but also it wasn't like I was controlling it, like it was more so happening to me, but I was also controlling it. I don't know how to explain that. Well, probably because it's my own parallel life, so I was living through it. Yeah, I definitely need a shadow whiskey. I'm sorry. Trying to find this picture of all my drawings. Heh. Oh yeah, of course it's the last one. Of course it's the last one. Fuck it. This is what I was trying to say. One time Carl Sagan said point to the fourth dimension, and you can't with your physical hand, so I drew a thing. Hey, there's my 4 a.m. Oh yeah, here's some ley lines, light language doodles. More light language is just stuff I never post. Oh, this is pretty cool. Hey, actually, this, holy fuck, dude, holy fuck. Look at those frames of time on the side. That's what I was drawing. I was drawing a cat that, you know, obviously has a physical body, a light body, and then some. And I put the frames of time on the side. This is an old drawing I made. I'm glad that it's in this because it goes well with what I'm trying to explain, and it proves that my subconscious art is coming through, because that is exactly what I experienced, going through a bunch of those frames of time, as I just said. You know, that's something else. Oh yeah, here's the violet flame. What else did I experience in the dream last night? I experienced one of my like most awesome dreams come true. Like after I got saved, because there was like this entity or something trying to attack me, and I was like in a car and like someone was after me or whatever. Obviously I screamed out, I'm like, Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, freaking, you know, Saint Germain. I was rattling off the whole Bible, man. And by Bible I mean spiritual Bible of angels. Like, I don't care about religion. Like, I mean, there's truth in all religions. Like, I'm just putting this on the record. Like, question everything. Don't be a fucking closed-minded asshole. Look at every religion. You know, Gandhi once said, I admire your Christ, but not your Christians. Your Christians are so unlike your Christ. Because Jesus was probably an enlightened guy who tried to teach in the dark ages of the Yugas calendar, and that's why everyone was like, oh, burn him at stake, the witch, the asshole, you know, like, but he came here to teach a message, and that's why his crown chakra was glowing and it looked like a halo. Doesn't matter. Halo's a great video game. That is, God, these fucking coincidences. Literally, I've caught like, 3 of them on tape already? That's exactly what I'm trying to talk about, actually. Is these no, it's Halo. Believe it or not, I'm trying to talk about Halo, because at the end of the dream, once I was actually saved, and I was told that thoughts and emotions create reality, which I already knew, kind of like the law of attraction. You know, you already know it exists, but do you really? You don't know how deep it goes. You don't know how fucking deep it goes. You don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes. You don't know how deep your mind goes. You don't know how deep the universe goes. If what I saw was even 5% of the universe, I could see why God split himself apart a million bajillion times. Like, he must have not only split personality disorder, but just the biggest case of fucking insanity. Well, he does, because I am him and I am that I am. It doesn't matter. It does, actually, technically, because it's third dimensional manifestation. Matter. Get it? Ha. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What am I talking about? Halo. Yeah, alright, this concludes. I can't even get into the full dream, man. First of all, it's fading. Second of all, after what I believe was Saint Germain, or the closest damn figure of him. But no, it was. It was, because it had to be. I heard the voice. And I'm not talking about, like, hearing voices or being schizophrenic. I mean, like, it's just like when I channel, you know? Well, that paper's not there anymore. It's when I channel. It's another voice. It's a different voice. It's telepathy, because we're all telepathic, and I've actually done telepathy with my friends before. So, it's definitely another being, whatever that means. It's definitely another being. And I was basically just saying, what just happened? You know, what's going on? You know, I was screaming for help, and I'm like, I can't control this. There's no way I can control this. You know, I don't know what's going on. I was going through a bunch of higher dimensional time frames. That's for freaking sure. I am actually kind of coming back to normal now, with perhaps the slight ease of the acknowledgement that what I went through was natural. I mean, bears are natural too, so I mean, it doesn't really help. You're still gonna run like hell and pray to Jesus and archangels, but what am I trying to say? Halo. At the end of the dream, I lived through a realistic version of a dream I have. And I don't mean like a DMT dream or a dream at night. I lived through a dream that I actually have. It's in a little invention of mine. It's kind of like Sword Art Online, but it's like a video game, a real life video game, like a hologram. And in my dream, I saw it crystal clear, which all my inventions sometimes come to me in my dreams. A lot of things come to me in my dreams, if you haven't noticed. It's not cheating, and there's no difference between it. It's just thinking with your conscious mind or your subconscious. Do you want the full power of the universe? Or your little ape brain? Sometimes ape brain is good, though. Kind of like imagination versus knowledge. To get to point A to B is definitely helpful when driving to work. But not driving between time frames? I don't know. So, what am I trying to say? Yeah. I had this weird idea for an invention of a game. And I've been having it for some time now. Actually, years. I've only been a bit more serious about it recently. It's like a hologram version of Halo. And I saw it, and I lived through it in the higher dimensions. I lived through And man, I know I'm not describing the dream, or it's not a dream, it's not a fucking dream, I don't know what else to call it. The journey into whatever that is. Man, I should write a book. I should go back to whatever. No, I'm not going back there. Give it time. Give it some time. No, I'm not going back there because, well, I didn't even plan to go there. I didn't even fucking plan to go to this thing. Just like this. That happened to me randomly. I didn't ask for this. The only thing I asked before I fell asleep was, Mom, how much time do we have until we see each other again? And then I asked, well, technically, would we even be waiting the same time? And the answer is no, I'm telling you. And the fact that I know that the answer is no means that I did go to an alternate dimension last night. And I also read in a book, it might even be this book, that Thoth, pardon me, that Thoth or Thoth or whatever, built the pyramids supposedly in like 4 days. Now this is just a theory, that Thoth built the pyramids in 4 days, and it only took him 4 days because he's higher dimensional, so he can just go higher dimensional powers and telekinesis that stuff out of the ground. But he had to wait like 13,000 years for humanity to evolve, so he could do it, so time can pass. So it seems that I think I know how the entire multiverse works, actually. It works like this. My mom is in timelessness right now. She's outside of the dimensions of time. Yeah, she's outside of the dimensions of time. And that's why the same amount of time for her and me can pass at the same time. Meaning that's why it took Thoth thousands of years to wait for the pyramids, because think of it like this. Here. Look at all these fucking science theories. No wonder I left the dimension. Got research to do, motherfucker. Hold on. Alright. Okay, I don't have pen. Hold on. Ow, fuck. I just poked myself with a pencil. I'm gonna draw something real quick. I'm gonna put it on pause. Alright.